This show is a Phonic Media production.
Hi there, friend, and welcome back to another instalment of the Business Marriage Podcast. Today on the show, we're talking all about
understanding what you need.
When I say business, you say marriage. Business. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you actually kidding?
Was I supposed to say marriage?
When I say business,
why
you
do
say...
I get it so bad?
Right.
Oh, really?
Yes. When I say business, you say marriage. Business.
Marriage.
Business.
Marriage.
We got there in the end. Hi, everybody. How the devil are you? Hope you're doing well.
Has there been an intro that I haven't messed up?
Nope.
And also, going back to that, how the devil are you? What does that mean? Thinking about it, I find myself analysing what phrases that we say.
Okay.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
How the devil are you?
It's a bit weird, actually.
It's a bit random, isn't it? It's like, how the devil are you? You're basically calling someone the devil.
I don't know if that's the meaning of it.
I don't know. Anyway, maybe we need to look into that.
Done with the religious chat for today?
Is that religious?
The devil.
Oh,
probably.
Maybe. Anyway,
hi there.
On.
Hi there, listener. How are you?
Hi, friend.
Talking in the singular. You get very good at that. I've noticed in the podcast getting very good at that.
James, you know, I've learned so much on our journey together.
Have you really?
Yeah, about podcasting, about how I can be a better person, how I can change, how, you know, I need to do things to improve my business. Yeah, I've learned so much.
Why are you saying it like that?
Oh, here we go. Here's the voice.
I
I was just making a statement that, you know, there's just been a lot of things that I need to do, hasn't there?
Not really.
No, okay.
Not really.
But today we're talking about understanding what you need, plural.
Plural, yeah. You might also, if you're watching the video, obviously if you're listening to this podcast on Apple or Spotify or one of those other major podcasting platforms, then feel free to go straight over to YouTube if you want to watch
our
the
lovely
experience.
Faces.
You might notice that hopefully Hayley's going to be back on her A game, guys,
Yeah!
because she's been repositioned in the place that she likes to be.
Yeah.
It only meant that we have to rearrange the entire fucking living room in the other direction.
Oh yeah, now we've got all this behind. Look, listen. Oh no.
Your package is here.
Oh no, hang on.
Go on, go
this
get your package.
This is bad podcasting.
Shall I go get it?
You go.
You carry on talking.
So basically,
let everyone know.
James is just getting the door, which I'll come back to. So there is the theory that the new position made my nose look horrendously big. And then the way I was looking down the camera, which I like to do every so often, it was like zooming in on my face. And it did make me feel a little bit like, ugh, that is just not nice. But in all honesty, it's more than that. There was something about when I was sat the other side.
Your package is here.
And I was looking, it felt like I wasn't as present. Now, it could have just been that I don't know, just wasn't feeling on my A game potentially. But then I remember years ago, James studying NLP, and there was a way that when you look up left or when you look up right or when you look down left, down right, it triggers certain parts of your brain.
It's called eye accessing cues.
So it's like whether you're thinking about, if you're thinking about a memory, you might look up left. I'm thinking that because that's where I went there. If you're thinking about the future, you might look up right. Don't know if I'm getting that correct, by the way, so don't take that as a given. So I said to James, I actually think
don't
it's
get
how...
your NLP knowledge from Hayley's secondhand information. Okay, sure.
So I wasn't sure if it was actually where I was sat that was making me feel a bit weird. So we're back.
We're back in the right position.
We're slightly shifted, but we're back. I feel better. I feel like I'm funnier. I feel like I'm funnier. I feel like I was losing the funniness.
Thank God.
And that's when, you know, shit's bad, right?
That's when we've got real problems because the star of the show.
I do apologise that James had to run off while we're live recording, but
we knew this was a risk.
As this podcast is called Understanding What You Need, I realised that over the last couple of weeks, I'm going to be honest, my skin feels a bit saggy, a bit lifeless, a bit like, yeah, just a bit meh. And I realised because I'd run out of my really nice moisturiser, and I don't know if anyone does
this. It's about £1,000 fucking quid.
It's quite expensive. Well, it's not the most expensive, but it's not cheap. And then I just sort of begrudged paying it. So rather than just buying it, which I know inevitably I'm going to end up getting it, I then go through this phase of like, oh, my skin just feels horrible. Oh, it's just so, but I don't want to pay for that. And then in the end, I just pay for it. And then not only do I just buy it, I then buy like the double whammy version. So it's like twice as much. But I figured it will last me a while. So this is my lovely moisturiser, which is an Ailments Pro Collagen Anti-Wrinkle, because I'm at that age, guys. I'm at that age. So thank you, James, for getting that for me.
Did I get it for you?
No, sorry, getting it from the door.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that's fine.
No.
Before we get into the podcast, we always like to do a review of the week. We like to shout out somebody who shouted us out just say a big thank you to that person.
Thank you.
This is Chatterley04. We don't know who you
I feel like I know
are.
who that person is, but...
How would you know who that is from Chatterley04?
I don't know.
Anyway, Chatterley04, 5-star review, as real as it gets. I love these two. Bringing raw and vulnerable to the table is hard, and to do it in a way that is meaningful for others is even harder. I'm so glad they've launched this podcast, and I can't wait to listen to more. So Chatterley04, thank you, Chatterley04. And whoever you are, let us know on Instagram. You can tag us at Business Marriage Pod, and you can let us know who you are in real life.
Yeah, talk to us. And two weird things. So I was at a in-person day with my coaching group, and one of the ladies, shout out to Siobhan Mears, turns up and she was just like, oh my God, I've literally been listening to your podcast on the way here, and she's still cracking up from laughing. And I was like, that's so nice to hear that people are actually enjoying it.
Did she get a shout out on the show before, Siobhan?
No, I don't think she has.
One of your clients who hasn't had a shout out. We better
Siobhan
rectify that, hadn't we?
The Mears Collective, she's a ledge.
You actually do it?
She did it. Don't give a shit, she did it.
I get a proper smoker's cough.
You've been secretly smoking again.
Do you know what? The other day, I actually thought I could go and smoke a pack of fags.
Really?
I don't know.
Do you know what?
Happened.
One of our best friends, I could say Sam, he's not going to care. He went to a wedding, and I texted him to say, oh, did you have fun? And he was like, oh, it was so good. I had the best time. And he caught up with
he
people.
Went big night out, didn't he?
He hadn't seen for ages. And then he said, which I thought was just so funny, I had a cigarette. And today I've got such a sore throat. And I was like, oh my God, I don't think, we used to smoke, didn't we?
Yes.
But it's so different now as well. Smoking is just really frowned upon, isn't
Everyone's
it?
vaping these days. That's what the cool kids
are doing. But vaping,
I
think, is really bad for you
Apparently
too.
It's horrific.
Really,
There's
really
so
bad.
Many adverts I see for
so bad.
Blackened vape lines.
Yeah. But I just couldn't now have a cigarette because, number one, if I had one cigarette, I'd be back to 20 a day the next day. But number two, I just wouldn't justify paying for it.
Fuck, I had to go. One of our pals, when it was your birthday, he was like, oh, can you get me another box of fags? I was like, yeah, that's fine. It was £13 for a box of 12 cigarettes.
Gosh.
And it was only sovereign. Do you remember the cheapo ones from back in the day?
Oh, there's some bad ones. Rothman Royals. We probably shouldn't sit here promoting tobacco, but
they're all in the same pack now, aren't they? They're not allowed to have colours on them. They're not allowed to have advertising. No, they have to all. I think they all have to have a sad-looking baby or blackened lungs in a black box.
But do you know what? Weirdly, we're talking about understanding what you need, and now tobacco. Back in the day when it was I'm going to say invented. Is it invented? But it was almost sold as a good thing to have, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
There was posters get your tobacco, chew your tobacco.
Oh, back in the day, pirates used to get paid, or people who worked on the sea. That's why there's a lot of big drinking culture around port towns.
Yeah. Is
because they used to pay them in booze.
Wow.
So if you worked on a ship, I'm sure it was something you get a gallon of beer a day. I went to where did we go? The National Archives. A couple of weeks ago for a project that I wasn't going to end up working on, by the way. And they were talking about, I'm sure they're called navvies. So these are people who work on the boats.
Yeah.
And the navvies would get paid a gallon of beer a day.
Yeah.
A gallon of beer and a quart of rum or something.
What would you get paid in if it wasn't money?
What, from you? Sexual favours.
Really? Lechulen. He's not been out for a while, has he?
Lechulen hasn't been out. What would I get paid in? If I get
what would you get paid in if you wasn't getting paid in money?
I guess I'd have to get paid in food. I love food.
You do love food, but you're a nightmare.
I would.
You talk about my ailments, James suffers gout, horrendous gout.
Is the exact word there. Thank
you.
And
it's getting to the point where I'm just at my wits' end. Because
I'm sorry it inconveniences you.
It is such an inconvenience.
I wouldn't be giving it too much if I was you.
Yeah, hang on.
About ailments.
I'm just saying, we're trying to get back in. You know what it's like when if you've got two young kids eat. They just, no matter how hard you try, generally,
I don't know.
They do eat a very limited diet. Like they're quite basic in what they want to eat. So
if you're basic in your parenting
well, no. So we thought, let's go back to having like recipe boxes come in, and it's been super nice to eat really great food. But then all of a sudden, James is limping. Like, oh no, my gout's coming back.
I haven't been limping at all.
All he can fucking eat is chicken or fish, and now he can't even eat chicken thighs because that's too fatty. So you can literally eat chicken breasts. It's just so boring. So now that lovely meal planning has gone out the window. It's
affecting you again.
Well, it's fucking affecting me because now I'm going to get back to eating shitty food with the kids, cooking like some bland shit for you. Anyway,
cook it. You almost like make out you're some sort of like bedraggled housewife who's got nothing else to do apart from.
No, but I said it was nice because we were cooking together.
Well, we can still cook together,
we can,
and I'll just suffer quietly.
We are right. Like I can't eat gluten. You can't eat anything that's remotely got flavour.
I also don't want to have to take a tablet. So I get gout, right? And I've got gout from when I used to work in the music industry. There's one Christmas. Do you remember?
Well, we all know about your drinking habits.
Oh yeah, of course, from the podcast. Back in my drinking days when I was a minor alcoholic, according to Hayley. But actually, this is going to do me no favours. So there's one Christmas.
You probably were like you were. Like we're joking, but in an actual medical sense, you probably
addiction.
were.
Nothing funnier than an addiction. Lol.
I'm not laughing at you.
You can dish it out, by the way. You talked about smoking a minute ago.
Alcoholic.
So get this right.
Oh.
How would you deal with this situation? Oh. So Hayley gets into the idea that she's going to give up smoking. So she picks up a book called Alan Carr's Easy Ways to Give Up Smoking.
And
not it's me, Alan, not that Alan, the other Alan Carr.
Yeah.
Who's
Where
a famous
psychologist.
So Hayley reads the book. Okay?
Right.
Hayley reads the book.
Brilliant.
And she's like, I'd really like you to give up smoking.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't say that. Obviously, she went, I want you to give up smoking. I was like, okay. Because now she's given up smoking.
Yeah, it's what I needed.
It's
what I needed.
Very good. Keep bringing it back to you. Are really getting very polished as a presenter.
More polished than you, some would say.
Some would say.
Some being me.
Anyway, so then I read Alan Carr's Easy Ways to Give Up Smoking. Again, still not. It's me, Alan, the other Alan, and I give up smoking. What does Hayley do? She starts fucking smoking again.
When? Oh, it's when we're getting married. I was stressed. Getting married to you was so stressful.
We gave up in 2010. Actually, we didn't give up.
And then I started smoking when we got married in 2012.
Is that when you started again? Were you smoking on our wedding?
I was, yeah. I was out in my wedding dress having a fag.
Were you?
Yeah. Just drowning my sorrows. Just really.
You don't drown your sorrows in fact.
With fags
Did you smoke on a honeymoon and stuff then?
Yeah.
And I still didn't smoke?
No.
Did you?
No.
Oh, that kissing an ashtray.
Well, that's why I wanted you to give up when I first gave up. Because you then go, actually, it's disgusting. You smell disgusting. And that's why I wanted you to give up.
I still like the smell of cigarettes, though.
Do you?
I love the smell of cigarettes.
I wouldn't say, I don't know if we're going too far into like promoting smoking here, because it is absolutely disgusting, isn't it? But
we should do a small business shout. It should be Benson Hedges.
No, definitely not. But there are times, sorry, I'm just looking out the window. Did you move the trampoline or was the wind move that?
No, I moved it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just realised the trampoline was on the other side of the garden. I was like...
Great podcasting experience.
Sorry, guys. Alex, just put a graphic of a trampoline. They love it. Yeah, so I can't remember what we were talking about.
I think you not giving up smoking on my drinking habits. Anyway, gout.
Bored.
That's right. So there's one... Bored. If you're bored, the general rule of thumb is that your listener will be bored.
Yeah, I'm bored. Let's move on.
Okay. Anyway, so I got gout one Christmas and now it's become Hayley's ailment and Hayley's problem. The biggest problem with my gout is how it affects Hayley. That is very much on point.
It's not how it affects
Could you have got any more tea in your face?
No, I forget that
then?
we're being filmed as well.
Anyways, let's get on to... let's move on from this section, shall we? Let's go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Let's go here.
Let's do.
It's time to talk about understanding what you need. What do you fucking
In business,
need?
in life, in family.
What on earth was that? I'm not right. My chesty cough.
You probably had.
Hasn't gone.
You've probably had the thing, that disease that came around a few years ago.
I put the thing up your nose a couple of days ago.
Yeah, but I think
nose.
there's another version that doesn't detect it.
Oh, of course there is.
Wow.
Fucking made up.
Anyway.
I listened to Joe Rogan and
there.
Russell Brand the other day. If you want a good podcast, if you're
want a
listening
good
to this
podcast,
shit and you want a good podcast, listen to that episode. It's very, very good. Anyway, right. Understanding what you need. we have been...
Oh, I've been on a journey,
Go on,
guys.
she's
I've been on a
again,
journey.
isn't she? She's been on
I
a
think I
journey.
said on the last podcast I was feeling a bit like anxious, and then James poked the bear. And it's kind of gone even worse in a way of just feeling this emotions of just getting really like a bit, I could say overwhelmed, but I could just get really upset for no reason. I actually thought maybe I was going through the menopause early. Who knew? But
Is
then...
it early?
Yeah.
What, 40?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
When are you supposed to do it then?
I think it's normally like 50. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. But yeah.
Good information there from Hayley.
I don't know. I'm not a bloody menopause expert, am I?
Well, if you thought, oh, maybe this is the menopause, would you not Google?
No, apparently that is quite early, 40.
Okay.
Yeah. But then what happens is when I'm feeling like this, everything then becomes a bit like you kind of absorb the negative from a situation. So like if I was sat with someone who's like moaning about how bad the world is, normally I'd just be like, just don't read the news, like forget about it. But I'm sat there going, oh my God, the world's so bad, all this is happening. And then like with work, I've got like a really great project on at the minute. And then I'm trying to get my next work booked in, but it hasn't like crossed the line yet. So then you start feeling a bit like, oh God, like I want some more projects coming in. And then you don't see your friends. Then you start worrying that like, oh my God, I haven't seen my mates and everyone must hate me. And I just sent myself in a bit of a spin, didn't I? And then I went on my like a business day with lots of other people, lots of women, and I realised like loads of people have these feelings, and actually I worked out what I need. And I need, when I'm feeling like this, is to be around people. And no offence to you, but obviously I work from my home office, and then I spend most of my time with you, which I love, don't get me wrong, and the kids, but it's like just also having other people to be around. I need it.
So you need to not be around me and your children.
No, it's not about that. It's like, if you
Me
think...
and your sons.
Most weekends we have people over, right? Like mates for like big dinners and all that, and we haven't done that for a while. So I think I've just been feeling this like lack of like... I don't know, you feel like you're just in this bubble and then you're not seeing anyone and then you're working and then do you know what I mean?
This is quite an interesting point because we've always said that you're a massive people pleaser.
Yeah, and I've always said, oh, it's me that like does it to please everyone else.
But actually what you worked out
for me.
from the other day is actually you're doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
So you frame it like, oh, I need to do it for other people.
Yeah, but actually it's for myself.
Why do you think that you do that? When you're feeling shit anyway, and maybe everyone does it, I guess you probably do, everyone probably does do it, but when you're feeling shit about one thing, then you just, instead of going, right, I'm feeling shit about that situation, and like almost like I'm not going to trust myself, I'm not going to trust my mentality, I'm not going to trust my thinking, because I know I'm being negative, so for the next 48 hours I know I'm probably going to be in this swell of feeling a bit shitty, so I'm just not going to trust myself here, and anything that I think I'm going to take
just
with a pinch of salt.
Not looking into it.
But you don't, do you? Because I did the same.
And it's funny because I know all about the whole like dealing in facts, and it's helped that statement alone, like get a situation, take emotional out and just look at the facts of a situation. And most of the time, the emotion that you're putting in are like stories that you're making up.
Yeah.
How someone's thinking, what they're saying. You're making it up, you're making this story, dealing facts. And I've just really struggled. And you're right. I'd have been better off going, do you know what? I'm feeling a bit meh. I'm just going to like, for the next few days, I'm not going to overthink things. I'm just going to like chill out. I'm going to do some things that I like. Do you know what I mean? Like watch a film or this. Do you know what I mean? Like just sort of look after yourself. But you don't. You kind of go for this phase, and then every little kind of negative, whether it be in your work or a personal situation or like the house being untidy, for example, all becomes this like massive, like it all combines and then becomes like this big avalanche of like overwhelm.
The avalanche of overwhelm.
Wow. Maybe that could be my book.
Like,
I'm not writing a book. I just suddenly thought the avalanche of overwhelm.
You weren't writing a book. Now maybe you should be writing a book.
But then you realise this weekend, because everyone was either ill or not available to meet us. Obviously, it was Mother's Day. I had the most amazing Mother's Day.
It was fantastic.
It was so relaxing. No, it was lovely. Mum and Dad came over. It was really nice. But you realise that sometimes actually you're the opposite, is that you need some space sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think because
I didn't know when I was younger. Like,
No.
I hated being by myself when I was younger.
But-
like, I hated it. I wouldn't be in the house by myself. Like, when I was a
Really?
kid, I hated being in the house. I'd always be just like out doing
See,
stuff.
I was out a lot, but I remember spending a lot of time like in my room. I love my own company. Even now, I think, yeah, I'd still love some of my own company, to be fair. But you need, like, what I'm saying is, like, whereas I'm saying for me to get around people, and actually, I think there's been some scientific research on that it is like a female
Here
thing.
she goes. Last week she was like Karen
No,
Brady
I
in the
read
podcast,
a,
and today she's going to become.
I read an
someone.
article. Don't remember when or where it was, but it said
What did
about.
this article say, Hayley? I can't
it
wait.
said about that women, they actually like it. It almost like it fulfills us. It gives us these endorphins when we actually meet up and we spend time with other people. So
Really?
like meeting up with our friends, it's actually like we need it. Like it makes us feel better.
Why women more than men?
I don't know.
I wonder if it goes back to. I'm making a big assumption here, like caveman times.
Don't know. Oh, because
when
like
you were like collectively, you were probably like you're safer in the collective, and if the guys went off to
whereas
go
you
and
went
hunt
off
a mammoth,
to like hunt a beast. Do they hunt a beast?
I guess so. But I guess, yeah, so maybe that's why men are more like comfortable
off
on their
on your
own
own,
to
maybe.
like go off and do the hunting
We
thing.
need to
But
look into this. I like it.
we should do some
But I did
investigative
read it,
journalism.
and I was like, it makes sense. But yeah, you need space. And the thing is, again, when you've got kids and they've been at school all week, you've been working, etc., you feel like, you know, you've got to do all stuff together. You do feel like that, don't you, really?
Yeah.
Because there are some things that I think, oh, I'd love to do that at the weekend, but you don't because you've got the kids. And you feel like you want to do stuff together like and enjoy that time. But then sometimes you're like, actually, if you said, oh, I just need to go and have a bit of like you time or vice versa, to do that is actually doable. But we don't put ourselves forward to do it. Do you know what I mean?
I guess like with anything and anything, everything and anything in life, it comes down to the communication of it, because you won't maybe communicate like, oh, I need to be around people, or I need to be like fucking the opposite, away from people, until you get to a point where you've got the arse about it, and then you snap, and then you're not communicating effectively.
Yeah.
It's just like, just fucking need to get out of this fucking house.
Yeah.
Which is normally me on a
We've
Saturday.
had quite a few arguments this week, haven't we?
We are not getting on, are we?
No. What did you do this week, James?
What do you mean? What did
you do this week?
What, you're going to call me out on that already?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Hang on a
massively call
second.
you out on that.
But hang on, I've lost my jingle.
Not
I've
ready.
lost my flipping
You're not
jingle.
ready. It's
Hang
supposed
on.
to make this seamless.
Who's a mug? Who's a mug? Have you been a mug? Right, so we had an argument.
We've had several arguments this week.
Yeah.
Again, just because we're both in just a bit of a random vibe.
Limbo, yeah. Maybe we should get on. Do you remember that American counselling couple that said that they should come on the podcast? Maybe we should actually get them on.
Maybe we should.
Before it's
But
too
if
late.
you are a relationship counsellor, we'd love to have you on to
Email
analyse
hello
us.
at businessmarriagepod.com.
But yeah, what did you do, James? What did you
So
do?
this was a little bit muggy.
Left me
Oh,
hanging.
yes.
Left me
Yes.
hanging.
So we'd had, I can't even remember why we'd had an argument about
so many.
something. And I was cooking the dinner. And in these, so you mentioned it earlier, in the little Gusto thing, like Gusto's fucking amazing.
I
It
did
should be our
mention
small
Gusto,
business shout.
but yeah.
But,
They're
all
not
right,
a small
well,
business.
So, no, they're definitely not a small business. But they give you all of the, like, everything comes portioned, right?
Yeah.
So it's amazing. So you're making like restaurant quality food at home, but you've got to do the cooking. But it comes like portioned out. Now, a lot of the recipes have like, that we've been eating in the last couple of weeks or so, are spicy. So you've got like smoked paprika, you've got cumin
Chili
in
flakes.
it. Cumin? Cumin.
Yeah.
Cumin.
Cayenne pepper.
Chili flakes, cayenne pepper. Like, I love
Tabasco sauce.
spicy food, but it always says
I
in the
don't.
recipe, it says, and you don't always,
I like
it
React.
doesn't agree with you, do
And
you?
it will say only put a little bit in if you don't want it too hot. So
Yeah,
what
if
did
you
you
don't like
do?
it too hot. So normally again, because of my genuine love for
You're
you,
so thoughtful.
I will, if there's like, put in the teaspoon of chili flakes, I'll just put like a little bit in because I know that you don't like it, and then I'll keep it to the side.
Yep.
I know what you're thinking, guys. Dream husband, yeah, sure. I'll put it on the sides, and then if there is like a sriracha sauce or like the chili flakes, I can put it on mine after. So it hasn't been, cooked with it. It hasn't infused.
All right,
for
James,
the food.
get on with it. What did you do? What did you fucking do?
Do you know what I did? It said put in half a thingy of chili flakes or Only put a little bit in if you don't like the spice. I went, fuck it. And I just chucked the whole fucking lot in.
The whole fucking
whole
thing.
lot.
It was so spicy. What happened to my face?
So then her face went bright red. Her nose went red like Rudolph. Or like a bulbous...
He was like a bulbous alcoholic.
Yeah.
Shouldn't say that really.
Shouldn't say that really. But it went bright red and then her face went red. And then there's just... I didn't tell you this at the time and hopefully you didn't see it. I don't know if you like maybe scratched, but there's like just one gigantically red patch like you've been sunburned. And I just looked at you and went... You all right? Yeah. I think I've got... Did you say like I've got a sniffle or something? You had to take an antihistamine. So...
Muggy.
That was muggy.
Who's a mug? Who's a mug? Have you been a mug? On that note, have you been a mug, right? No one has messaged. Now,
So
I do not believe...
You're all mugs.
I do not believe that we are the only people that do something that you think...
You're a bunch of liars. Today. Stop this.
I love that. Can I do that?
Go on then.
Actually, I bet
Go
not.
on.
No. Because you wouldn't know when to do it.
No.
So, yeah.
So we're going to switch up.
Yeah.
So we
Just if you want a fucking mug.
Do you want a mug? If you want a fucking mug, we'll send you a... If you'd like a mug, please feel free to get in touch with the show.
Just tell us something. Just talk to us. Tell us anything about your week. Let us know that you're there, guys, that you're listening. Because it's just, we're here. We don't know if you're listening or you're watching. Please just write in to hello@businessmarriagepod.com or message us on Instagram or on YouTube. We just want to send a mug.
Stop being a and have a mug.
Too far.
I beeped at the right time.
Yeah.
You can always say just beep at the right
too
time.
Far. So, James.
Yes.
Understanding what you need.
Yeah.
I thought we could get a bit romantic.
Oh, hello. I like the idea of this.
Look, neither of us got dry hands.
Stop the dry hand chat. Come on.
This feels a bit like Pampers Baby.
Pampers Baby?
Yeah, this is a bit like, when you have your new baby, feed them Aptamil or something, doesn't it?
I don't
But anyway, you've done it now,
go
haven't
on. Yeah, that's all I've got.
Do it again. Do it again.
No, you've
Go on.
slagged it off now. Hang on.
Go on. Do it.
Stop! Don't slide your hand over there like that. It's so
See
creepy.
my lovely painted nails?
Yeah, I try.
So when people go, oh, yeah, I like your nails, I'm like, do not look close because they are horrific.
Anyway, go on then.
So I thought, understanding what you need. You always tell me that I'm a cold person, that I don't give you any affection. So I thought, come on, James.
Yeah.
Use this time. You tell me, what do you need? What do you need to feel fulfilled as a husband? How can I help? How can I support you?
What do I need?
What do you need? Do a little hug every now and then?
Yeah, I guess so.
A little tickle on the ear?
A tickle on the ear. I'm not
Yeah.
a fucking cat.
No?
No.
Okay. What do you need?
By the way, I think you're trying to instill and stop doing this. Oh, no, this got dramatic. If you're doing this, by the way, behind the scenes,
What?
Louis's got like a real thing for cats now, hasn't he? He likes cat. Like whenever he sees the name of his cat, he's like, I want a cat.
No, I'm not doing that. What, you think I'm telling my kid? Oh, tell daddy we want a cat.
Yeah.
No, I'm fucking definitely not doing that. Do you think I want a cat that shits in a litter tray? No, thank you.
It wouldn't matter to you, would it? Because you
It would, because
definitely
I should
wouldn't
smell
do.
it. There was a cat, right? Got out of the car and I'm like, oh, look, kids, there's a cat. And it was just shitting under the bush. It was just locked eyes with me and it's just like shitting under the bush.
That's what you do with me with the door open.
No, I don't.
Lock eyes with me.
I don't.
You do that.
I don't.
What do I need from you?
Yeah,
I don't
come
need.
on,
I
tell
don't.
me.
I don't need
You
anything
tell me I'm
from
so
you.
cold, so come on, give me some tips. You're good at giving me advice, so what do you need?
I need you to be less fucking sarcastic.
Okay.
I need you to be. I don't know what I need from you. Just not this.
No?
I just don't need this.
Okay.
This general coldness.
Okay.
What do you need from me? Flipping it on its head.
I think I need more cuddles.
Okay.
I need more.
But if you're cold, you're not going to get the cuddles, are you? Like you got to
No,
like.
but then we're never going to get anywhere. So one of us has got to give in. So I want
So it
some
should be me,
cuddles.
okay.
I think I'd like some time just like watching sort of like nice films together.
Right. That would require you to not be working every night.
Okay, yeah. I think I'd like to go out and like go on a date.
We should go on a
Yeah,
date.
let's go on a date.
Getting rid of the kids this weekend, aren't we? To be
Yeah,
fair, for a party.
For a party, which will be fun. But like a date where like me and you, we go for dinner, we go out, watch a show.
Right, I was listening to this
Connect,
earlier in the week.
connect.
Rob Dyrdek.
Oh,
You know-
for frig's sake.
You know I love a bit of Rob Dyrdek. If you haven't listened to it, check out Build with Rob. It's a better podcast than this.
Build with Rob.
Build
We've
with
had
Rob.
This conversation.
Yeah.
Move on.
Build with No.
Yeah, tell me.
So he was saying, I was watching a clip of him from his podcast,
Of course you
and
are.
he was saying that he tracks his time, and this is the first time in the month of February or whatever, when he was recording the podcast, that he's done all of the things that he wants to do on a daily basis. Like he gets up early, breath work, so the stuff that I'm talking about, but at a much less successful level. And one of the things is time with his wife.
Lovely.
And it was for the first time he'd ever done all of the things 100%.
Yeah.
For the entire month. Like, I hadn't missed one thing. I hadn't missed getting up early. I hadn't missed doing his brain training.
Did he feel
or
like
breath
a
work
better
or whatever.
person?
And he's like, it's changed who I am.
Really?
He said in 82 days since the beginning of the year, he has not missed. He hasn't eaten badly. He hasn't drunk. He's like, and I don't know why you would ever not do these things, because life feels amazing.
Yeah.
But what was interesting, I heard him doing a clip about sort of what he does with the data and understanding stuff. He said, to start with, we just had it in the diary that we were going to do a date night.
Yeah.
And then that became like it wasn't enough.
Okay.
So then they do a Monday night talk night. Like on a Monday, they don't have the TV on.
Oh my
So they have a
goodness.
but then like on a Wednesday morning, they have a breakfast date together.
Oh, I love it.
So all of a sudden, I don't know how this guy finds this amount of time for it.
it's like a
She's
lot
got a date
of-
night, sushi night on a Friday,
I love it.
and then they have a date night on a Saturday.
But no, jokes aside, when we were doing the Gusto,
Yeah.
that was like a way of us actually spending some time together.
We're still doing Gusto.
Yeah, this week. But what I'm
You're
saying
talking about
is,
it like it's gone.
No, but I'm just saying it was but it will be gone because of your gout. But I'm just saying it was a nice thing to do.
Okay.
So I think we should put in a date.
Okay.
We should put in a date and we'll go for some nice dinner and connect. Just
Okay.
have some time together.
Where would you like to go? Where would you like me to take you?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll work it out. We were hoping that you guys listening to this podcast would suggest it. We were hoping.
Yeah, any
we were hoping
date-
for
date
night
suggestions would be
Yeah,
great.
in fact, if you have got a date night suggestion, please feel free to email
Yeah,
it in.
yeah.
hello@businessmarriagepod.com.
Yeah, anywhere we could go for a nice dinner or a night out or a day out. It'd be lovely.
Do you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to like eat on a boat. I don't know. I like eating on a boat. Do you remember we got a nice photo over there of us in Paris
Paddy.
when we ate on a boat? I liked it. We should go and eat on a boat.
I like that.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. It's time for this week's Small Business Shout Out. Small Business Shout Out. Wrap it. Go. Here it comes.
What am I rapping?
Small Business Shout Out.
Small business. That was so bad. That was just so bad.
Do it again. Here you go.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Just freestyle.
Small business. Shout out. Small business. Shout out.
What is your hand doing? What is that? Like a
Gun.
scarecrow.
It's not even a gun, is it?
Doing a gun. Oh, wow. Anyway, this week's small business shout out, and I've been very impressed with this business. And it's one of my clients this week. I'm going to shout out.
shouting out your clients, are you?
Yeah, I am shouting out my clients. So I want to give a small business shout out to Soul Deli.
Ooh.
Now, I've just started working with their founder, Angeli, on her podcast. She's going to be launching it in the next couple of months. She's got some amazing guests, but I'm not talking about the podcast in this particular episode. Her company is unreal.
Really?
So she's based at Elstree Film Studios, which
Yeah.
is amazing. But you walk through the door, and it's just got such a good vibe.
Yeah.
Like, it's got so much, it sounds cheesy, but there's so much soul in the place. And you can just,
Wow.
like, all the staff are amazing.
Yeah.
Just the ambience is amazing. Just a good place. Like, when I went there yesterday, there's a guy just, like, doing it quite comfortably, just doing a Zoom meeting. Having a nice coffee. They do coffee that they
So what,
buy.
is it like a cafe?
It's more than a cafe, it's a dining experience.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so it's they do it on site at commercial places, and they also do on location
Like catering.
but for the film industry and the TV
I
industry.
love it.
But so Angeli, but what an amazing story, right? So she started, she used to be like a commercial director at
Yeah.
a company called Breaks. And Breaks is like a contract caterers, I think they call
Okay,
them.
yeah.
So like if you go to Subway, Breaks are delivering Subway's cheese and bread and all that stuff. They're huge, right? And she was like a big sort of commercial director there. Anyway, she got sort of a bit burnt out in corporate life and decided that she wanted to go and do it by herself. She's like, why not?
Love
She
it.
loved food, but she wanted to put more soul into all of this stuff. Anyway, within 2 years, she got from a standing start to 50 staff.
Whoa.
She had the contract for, I think, Nike's head office. And she had some like big big sort of stuff that she was working on. And then obviously the pandemic came along and shut everything down. So she went from like 50 staff, 3 kids at home, and she's trying to like do homeschooling, and now you can't go into work. You sort of can't go into work with people with food delivery and all that kind of stuff. So she scaled the business back, and she's now got 12 members of staff on one site.
Yeah.
And say they do the contract catering for a number of TV shows. Do you know? I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it or not.
No.
Do you know whose costumes were going past last night?
Don't say it.
The Crown.
You just said you weren't allowed to say it.
Fuck, I've said it. The Crown. Wow. So I was sat there having a oat milk flat white, fantastic coffee by the way.
Oat milk.
And yeah, they're like dragging these things. I was like, what's that? It's for The Crown.
So it's so.
I saw an actor as well. Bradley Walsh was there yesterday as well.
Was he?
Really nice guy, apparently.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's lovely,
But
apparently.
so Soul Deli.
Soul Deli.
So okay.
They've got. I'm not finished with this sales pitch.
Yeah.
Here. They've also. This is how much soul they've got. They've got their own brand of coffee called Soul Coffee, right? And I'm pretty sure it's they only purchase in from around the world in coffee locations from female-led farms.
Really?
Yeah, because in a lot of countries, obviously, you know, it's just handed out from generation to generation,
yeah.
and if it happens to be that the female is they have a daughter instead of a son, then she's expected to just carry on the farm.
Right.
So Angelique only buys coffee from female founded farms, which is really cool.
Female empowerment.
Yeah, and
Love
it's
it.
and it's like goes back to supporting the local community.
But we can't
and
go
stuff.
there because we're not a film.
You can't. No.
Filmed.
No.
Okay.
But you can buy their coffee.
Oh, okay.
So you find out
Well,
more
let's do
information
that,
online.
and maybe
Search
you know
Soul Deli.
when we get big and famous,
Also,
maybe
as well, you can. They do like Christmas parties. They do contract catering and stuff for other
it.
companies. And the food smell. I've not tasted the food yet because I wasn't there at dinner time. But the food smells amazing. Lentil dal. Split pea lentil dal. Sounded
Oh,
incredible.
don't keep talking about
amazing.
food. It's making me hungry.
Anyway, so this week's small business shout out. Big shout out to the team at Soul Deli. Go and check out. Just Google Soul Deli. You can find out more about their soul coffee. And do you know what I really like about it?
Link in the show notes.
Link in the show notes. We'll put a link in the show notes. I really like the fact they've got such a strong mission and vision.
Yeah.
And they like lead by it because it's easy to sort of say like, oh, I got a mission and vision, but then not really live and breathe it. But like even like when you walk in, it's got like a namaste sign and it's all like branded beautifully. And it's just got but the people
everything. Ticks
embody
all the boxes.
the vibe. So
Yes, it's so
small business
important.
shout out. Soul Deli.
Love it.
There you go. It's this. Right, this I've been looking forward to this. So talking about, obviously my gout has a big impact on Hayley's life, which is very sad.
Massive impact.
But the Hayley, as you know, if you're a regular listener to the show, her own health is not always the best, is it? Hayley is someone who she really suffers from being a massive fucking hypochondriac. She also suffers from possibly the world's most ridiculous injuries, which is going to be highlighted even further this week on the podcast by what's happened this week. So let's go live now to Hayley herself to talk about Hayley's ailments for this week. Hayley, how are you feeling?
I don't even know how it happened, right? So it's going to make me sound
So
like...
she thought she was premenopausal in the early part of this week, so that was just the starting part of the week.
That was just the
and then there was an actual injury that's occurred, guys.
Okay, I'm going to admit it. So it's pretty cold at our house in winter, isn't it?
It is.
And I didn't want to get a hot water bottle because that feels like, that's just like...
Are you giving up on life?
That's like giving up, isn't it? So I've got like it's like a heat pack. It's like a lavender heat pack that you put in the microwave for a couple of minutes and you put it in your bed and it's all nice and warm. It's lovely. I love it. Even you like it. He likes it because do you know what I do? He tells me that I'm a cold person. Do you know what I do?
This is actually the only warm thing that you do.
So it's heated up. I get into bed first and then James goes and gets ready for bed in the bathroom and I put it on his side of the bed so that when he gets into bed, it's warm.
much.
And you tell me I'm fucking cold. Are you kidding me? Listen, how good do you have it? Anyway,
For that
so
5
one
seconds
night,
of the day,
I don't
sure.
know what happened, but I kind of like, don't even like, not cuddle up to it, but it's like it's next to me. And I must have like rolled on it in the night and it must have been like half under the lower back. And then I woke up the next day and my whole back was absolutely like seized up. So the rest of the day, I couldn't walk.
The rest of the fucking week.
No, it was about 2 days. But it was like I couldn't even move on one side. Like I couldn't sit
Oh,
down.
it's too funny.
I was like, oh my God, like really, really hurt myself on sleeping on a lavender heat pack. I mean, who does that?
But she woke up and You know what? I think she's like doing it with extra volume to get attention because I just fucking ignore it because I'm so used to it now.
That's why I have to do it with extra attention.
I'm like, you're right. I think I pulled my back. I'm like, have you done that? I don't know. In my sleep.
So the only person that I know
who has ever managed to pull the muscle in your sleep.
Yeah.
So we've talked previously on the podcast about having the ambulance
Mallet
out.
finger as
Mallet
well.
finger. But we had an ambulance out to check on you in bed because you had a bad back again. But that was from a pre-gained injury from excessive...
What's that?
You know what that is. From excessive hoovering. And now we've actually gone one step further. So Hayley's actually managed to pull her back.
What were you going to say then?
In her sleep. So that is
Thanks for that.
a new low.
I'm not sure the ailments is like taking off, but I hope people like hearing about my
if you are the
stories.
Husband or wife or partner of someone who is a hypochondriac, it might just be nice to know that you're just not alone.
Yeah, or something you just moan about constantly.
Yeah.
Just email us. We just want to read. We just want to read stuff out for you guys and have you as part of the show.
Yeah, the more you get involved, the better, quite frankly, because otherwise we have to fill the time with this kind of dross nonsense. Right, it's time. We're going to wrap up the show.
Wrap it up.
Why?
Don't know.
Why?
Wrap it up.
What's going on with the hand movements today?
Is there a lot of hand movements?
No, you've been quite unhandy today because there's one episode we watched and it was like if you were fucking fucking who? Who am I fucking? If you were not diabetic, what's the thing where you can't look at flashing lights? Epileptic. If you're epileptic, I think your hand movement was that maybe. Much. I'll be like, fucking hell, you should have come with the warning. But in this final special section of the podcast, we're going to talk about, because we're talking about understanding what you need, we're going to give each other the gift in this section of almost like think of this like a token almost. Yeah. So you can claim this token. You can have the token of what you need and the other person has to give it. So how is this going to work? Do we have to guess what the other one needs, or do we say the token that we want?
No.
And everyone has to agree to it or not?
Maybe we do one. Okay.
What do you need?
So I will gift you one and you gift me one, and then we'll do it in reverse.
Okay.
Okay, so you know like when it's someone's birthday and you've like totally forgotten to get them anything, and then you just go, here's some tokens that you can exchange when you want to. Yeah. So I thought, this whole like understanding what you need, wouldn't it be good to have almost like a token that we can exchange at any point?
But can you exchange it at any point?
Well, within reason. Like if yours was to like go off, I don't know, and drive a Ferrari on a Ferrari day, for example, because you just want to do that, and it happens to be on a weekend where like the kids have got double birthday parties, then no, obviously not. But within reason, yes.
Oh, I thought, okay, fine. Right, okay, so let's go for it then.
Was you thinking more like not that kind of thing? But whatever. It's just that kind of feeling
I'll just go with, you know
when you just think like, I just need some fucking time.
Okay.
To do something that I want to do.
Well, here we go then.
Well, what's that?
Token number one. What would you like?
So token number one for me. So I
have to agree it or not, yeah?
No, I'm just telling you.
Oh, so you're just going to do it?
Yeah, I'm just going to tell you.
Fine.
So I used to spend a lot of time with my mum, and we used to go out on a Saturday and just do that whole like window shopping.
Shop till you drop, babes.
But we wouldn't even always buy stuff, but we'd just spend a whole day going out shopping, and we'd have lunch, and then we'd have coffee, and it was just so
weekend,
nice. And then like since having kids, it just doesn't happen because you do, don't you? You just feel guilty going, oh, by the way, I'm going to go out. But that's going to be my token. I want a day where I go out and I don't feel like I've got to look at my watch, and I can just go out with my mum and have a day out, mooching around the shops, having lunch, and there's no pressure of any time that I have to get back.
Okay, let me put it into...
Lock it in, baby, lock it in.
Lock into the token machine. Let me confirm. Granted.
Oh, thank you so much.
We will just require 1 week's notice to make that happen,
cool.
just so I can mentally prepare myself for having the children by myself.
Maybe not next week.
Okay, I'm gonna go for my token number one. My token number one is going to be. I would like.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
Well, what do you think it's going to be?
Just go for it.
What do you think it's going to be?
We'll see.
I know what you're thinking it is.
What?
It's not that.
I'm not thinking Lecce Len, if that's what you're thinking.
Forget it. I would like. What would I like? I would like to have. I would like to go for like a fitness day.
That's exactly what I knew you were going to go for. I just want to do like one of those obstacle courses where you get like really dirty and, you just like run and, yeah. Who does that? What are they called? Tough Mudder and stuff.
Yeah, thousands of people.
Do this shit for fun.
It's fun.
Get it.
There's one where they've got like electricity and barbed wire.
Someone said to me,
electrocuted.
On your day off, do you want to go running, crawl through a load of mud, get absolutely exhausted and out of breath for fun?
It is fun when you do it.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
Actually, the last time I did one of those races, I grabbed a rope, but my gloves were slippery. So as I jumped, the gloves went... So I literally just smashed my bollocks at the bottom. And it was like a hard tractor tyre. So I'd gone, fully committed. I was like, got the rope. Not got the rope. And I was like, and I actually thought I burst one. I thought I burst a bollock.
That's disgusting.
Lucky for you.
What did you have to do? Just keep style it out?
I just had to rub it better.
Oh, God. Like Jeannie's lamb.
Who's Jeannie? Just ask for a lamb back.
What did you have to do though? Just like get up and just carry on?
Carry on. Yeah,
That's
you can't
brilliant.
fucking stop in the middle of a tough mudder.
Mustn't
stop, even though my bollocks are bleeding. Real men run with their testicles bleeding. Yeah!
Do you know what? That just reminded me. We started watching a new show on Apple TV called Shrinking.
Oh, so good.
If you haven't watched it,
can we not talk about my testicles or genitalia?
No, absolutely fantastic. But there was
Shrinking?
just a scene when he goes running with his two really like fit mates, and he's just wearing his normal like jeans, and he goes, "Right, guys, I've got to stop now because my legs are actually bleeding from the inside." And I just thought it was brilliant.
So that's what I'd like to do. I would like to do like a fit, but sort of almost go maybe like a.
Let me go. You don't, not a day. You want to go away for a week and do like a retreat.
Oh no, I did want to do that.
Retreat.
Yeah, I did want to do that.
Actually, I wouldn't mind doing that. Actually, can we lengthen it out to like not just a day, like a whole weekend?
Yeah, okay.
I love it. Anyway, sorry, fitness day.
Yeah, so a fitness day. I'd like a fitness day, so I could just go and do a fitness day.
Like when you say go and do a fitness day, like not like just go to the gym. You mean like
no, like a Tough
day?
Mudder style day, or like a
Let's book it in, babe.
Yeah,
you can lock that in.
I can lock it in. Congratulations.
I love it.
To me. Right, final one from you then. What would
maybe
you like?
we should do a combined one. Maybe we should lock in a date.
We're going to go away for my 40th birthday, aren't we?
We are.
We're going to go away. We're going away to where are you going to take me to? In fact, where are you going to take me to?
You will find out.
City Break. Oh,
do you know what?
I haven't got a fucking passport.
No,
I haven't got a passport. I found out. And the passport office is going on strike for 2 months.
So we might not be going away, but if we were, it's going to be so romantic. It's going to be so romantic. You're just not going to believe it. It's going to be so romantic.
Do you think you could actually be romantic?
Yeah. I am romantic.
You're not at all. What do you think is romantic?
But have I ever been romantic?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Have you?
I'm more romantic than you are.
Like, do you remember once when, one Valentine's Day when we lived in our first flat together and I went to work, this is quite sweet, and you had made all of my sandwiches in the shapes of hearts. That's quite sweet, isn't it?
Is that sweet or creepy?
Maybe a bit creepy, actually. Maybe you are a bit more romantic. I don't know. I think yours is just like, I don't think you can class yourself as romantic. Do you think?
Well, clearly not.
But then what is romance in this day and age? Like, what is romance?
Wow, this has got a philosophical.
No, but what is it? Like,
what is the point of life?
I mean, I watch all these romantic films, but I know that that's just not realistic.
It's not, unless Rob Dyrdek style, you plan for the romance.
Yeah.
You plan for the romance. Oh, sorry, I didn't even finish the story with Rob Dyrdek.
Oh my God.
So he was doing the date night, and it was like it's not enough, but he just plans it in his diary.
Yeah.
He just plans it in his diary.
If we planned that in our diary, we just wouldn't have time to do all the other things that we.
I know exactly what would happen. We'd be like, right, we're having date afternoon. So we've got, the kids George goes to the nursery 4 days a week. Louis at school 5 days a week. So we could easily carve out an afternoon of us time, but we wouldn't.
We could do that.
But we won't.
But we could.
But we won't.
But we could.
I know we could. All right, would you like to?
Yeah,
When would you like to? When would you like to do this?
End of the month.
End of the month?
No, next month.
End of next month?
Yeah, because we're going on holiday soon, aren't we?
Yeah, okay, fine.
Should we do it?
So we're saying now in the early part of March that by the end
And
of
when we say
May,
like we go out for
we're
the
gonna go-
afternoon, like an hour for lunch, yeah, that'd be it.
Okay, we'll see.
It's what we need though, babe.
It is what we need.
It's what you
Anyway,
need.
hopefully you have enjoyed today's podcast episode. Thank you for tuning in to Business Marriage as always. Episode number 7, understanding what you need. Again, as we've said multiple times, we'd love for you guys to get in touch with the show. Email in hello@businessmarriagepod.com. That's hello@businessmarriagepod.com. There's also a link in the show notes, and you can either share the love, you can tell us about a partner battle.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell us about one of your unromantic spouses, and we
Yeah.
can call them out. Maybe you know somebody who's been a mug, and you'd like to call them out on being a mug. Or frankly, maybe just like some free branded
Yeah.
merchandise. In which case, just
Whatever,
email
just
hello@businessmarriagepod,
guys.
and we will send you a mug. But from me, James Burtt, and from her, Hayley Appleby Burtt. Oh, she's done that thing again. Because I've
Because
said
you've
your name.
answered for me, yeah.
But I'm not answering for you.
have.
I'm just.
Do it again.
How about you do the ending part? God, you could do the whole ending. There you go.
You've done it all
That's
now.
everything.
You've done it all now. It's
Well,
not
you do
hard, is it,
better.
James?
It's not hard.
Honestly, go. Thank you so much for listening to
You
another
got, that
epic.
was going to be 60 seconds. I'll do you a short one. 30 seconds.
Thank you
Go.
for listening to another epic podcast of The Business Marriage. Please do feel free
That's
to
not
join
the name
in.
of our podcast, by the way.
Business Marriage.
The Business Marriage. Right,
Just
go.
throw something in his face. Oh, you've stumped me now. Welcome. Welcome.
You haven't said you're going to wee yourself this episode.
No, I'm like, now I feel like I need a way.
15 seconds. Go.
See
you next time on Business
the
Marriage.
Business Marriage podcast. Please email us, message us, do whatever. Just someone
God,
talk to us, please.
That's so desperate. This is episode 7. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again next time. We love you. Thank you for tuning
And
in.
I'm Hayley Appleby Burtt.
Fucking
And that's,
star of the show over
James
there.
Burtt.
Oh, don't answer for me. Don't answer for me. Don't answer for me. Bye.
This show is a Phonic Media production.